Are you having some trouble getting the harness on your puppy? Maybe your puppy is giving you a little run for your money when it comes to getting that thing on. The wiggling, the running away. Do you feel like you're trying to wrangle a wild animal? You've heard me say that you want to take your puppy out for a potty break on a leash. But how are you going to do that if they hate their harness? Well, we're going to dive into that today. Now, we've got some awesome hacks for you that can help you get your puppy used to the harness, and I'm going to give you some good advice on how to pick just the right harness too. This tool is going to be the one that you use most often, so let's just make sure that you have all the best info on how to help your dog love it and how to know which one is the right one for your pup. All right, let's go over just a few tools that you're going to need to work on this. Of course, you're going to need a harness, and you're going to also need a leash. I do recommend a shorter leash for neighborhood walks, more like a 6 to 10 foot, and then a long one for decompression walks, which are usually 20 to 30 feet. So many people use a collar too, either in addition to the harness for attaching the dog's ID tags or for those quick potty breaks that don't really need the full harness. And if you're starting decompression walks, definitely use the back clip harness. If you're working on leash games in my online course, you can use a collar or a harness for now. Anytime your dog is in a distracting environment where he might see something interesting and take off running, a harness is going to be the best choice for safety. Picking the right harness does take a little trial and error. You do want one that has a clip on the back. This is going to allow your dog's neck and spine to be protected if he tries running after a squirrel or just tries taking off. We don't recommend the front clip harnesses. Marketers of these products just might tell you that the front clip harness is going to cut down on the pulling. Honestly, we disagree. Tools are only a small part of shaping behavior. Training is what you're going to need to effectively teach your dog how to walk on a leash. Now, we also don't like the front clip harness because it could force your dog to alter his gait. So anything that changes the natural way your dog moves could be additional and unhealthy stress on different muscles, joints, and their spine. That's why we like the Y-shaped harness. So the straps come up the sides of the neck and don't interfere with that shoulder movement. And if you have a small dog like a Yorkie, you might have to experiment just a little bit to find just the right harness. Some people have had good luck with a cat or even a ferret harness. Others have had to special order just the right size or do a little sewing alteration to make it fit perfectly. Now, if that's what you have to do, then I recommend it. Your dog will not learn to walk nicely on a leash if the harness is off-putting or just uncomfortable. So make sure your tools are the best ones you can find for your dog's comfort and safety. Once you've got the harness, it's time to introduce it to your pup. All right, it's time for a pop quiz. Are you ready? If you've watched any of my videos, this is going to be easy peasy. All right, when introducing a new tool, which method do I recommend? A, throw it on and get her done. B, take it slow and desensitize it before putting it on. All right, I told you that one was going to be easy. We never recommend the get her done method. Not for baths, not for nail trims, grooming, or anything else. This really breaks down the trust your dog has and could easily lead to a dog reacting really strongly when he's being handled. Your vet and your groomer agree when I tell you to take it slow and introduce new tools positively. Now, I just did this process with my new pup, Lady. I started by simply showing her the harness and pairing it with something positive. Slowly, we worked up to her putting her head through it. Now, when I fostered another pup named Feta, I did the same process, but I actually used the loop of a leash. This technique allowed me to make the loop very large so Feta could put her head through, and it wasn't touching her on any of the sides of her neck or head. This is a really good way to work with dogs who are a little more timid and suspicious. Now, Lady's great at training. She loves to work for any kind of food, even just plain kibble. So when I started on the harness with her, it just went very quickly. Now, I always say to go at your dog's pace. During this process, I want you to think of yourself as a doggy scientist. You are using your keen observation skills to look for any signs of discomfort or stress. So if you see those signs, it is time to take this process slower, or just take a break, or maybe even raise the value of your treats. This process of putting on a harness is going to be done multiple times a day for the rest of your dog's life. You really want to make it easy and fun and enjoyable, and that starts now. If you're not sure about what signals mean stress or discomfort, I have a good video that you can watch next. Now, I break down all kinds of body language from dogs, and I help you to pick up on the subtle signs of stress. And if you can adjust your training when you see earlier signs of stress, well, then the whole process is going to be a lot more pleasant and easy for both you and your dog. And if you see your dog freezing or pancaking when it goes on, then this probably means that it's time to back it up in the training and spend more time touching it to your dog's body while offering treats. It's a sign and that he or she just needs to move a little more slowly and get used to it. But wait, training is not the only trick I have up my sleeve. I have 3 awesome hacks that can help you even more when it comes to putting on that harness. Hack number 1, use a licky mat with a little smear of something yummy on it. Now the licky mat will distract your pup while you work on buckling up that harness. It can also help her associate the harness with good things. Hack number 2, a treat scatter. When it's time to put the harness on, drop 1 or 2 treats on the floor right near your puppy's feet. When she goes to get the treat, you can work on getting the harness on. The sniffing that goes along with finding the treat will help lower her heart rate and help her feel more comfortable and calm too. Alright, hack number 3, get another human to engage with your puppy. If you have someone else who can help, you can have them play some games to keep your puppy's attention while you put the harness on. You're going to want to work on some of the games that are easy for her, so this doesn't become a challenge and then she gets frustrated. I think the bump it or a target game from the course would be good for this. Now I do have a few more really important tips about the harness that I need to share with you. So anyone who is taking care of the dog should also know these. So be sure to share this video with another family member or your dog sitters. Number 1, do not use the harness inside the crate. This is the same for the collar and any kind of doggy clothing. The pup really should be naked in the house. This is the most natural feeling for them, and it also prevents injuries that could happen if they are out of your sight. And for similar reasons, we don't recommend a house line. Now it could knock something over, causing a scary sound, or another situation. It could get caught on something, which causes an abrupt stop and your dog gets stuck. And frankly, having something that the dog is pulling around is really pretty annoying for them. Making your dog annoyed is not how you teach them to tolerate a leash and harness. Number 2, make sure all harnesses are removed when your puppy is playing with another dog. I've seen jaws and teeth get caught during that mouthy play sessions that pups have. So it's best if both dogs have no collars, harnesses, or any kind of clothing on. Oh, and be sure they're in the fenced-in area. Number 3, never pick your pup up with the harness. Small dog owners, I'm looking at you. I know that harness might have a convenient little handle, but the harness is to prevent harming their neck and spine if they get to the end of the leash. It's not meant to be a handle to lift up your dog. Picking up your dog properly actually involves a scoop method where you support their chest and their rear area. Many dogs don't love being picked up, so try to avoid it altogether if you can. It's far better to teach him to come when called or to move when you ask him to. Alright, number 4, be prepared to upgrade as your pup grows. The harness is one of those tools that might never wear out, but you still have to replace it if your dog is growing. You always want it to be comfortable. When you get a new one, just take a little time to desensitize it like you would if it was a brand new tool. He's probably going to be fine with it, or he might take a little bit of time to get used to it. But definitely just take it slow and be sure he gets used to it slowly, so he doesn't have a negative association with it. And a little training at the beginning can prevent a need for a lot of training later. So now that you're ready to start your harness training or retraining, before you start, I just want you to watch this video on stress signals that I mentioned. That's gonna help you take training at a pace that works for your dog. So your training will be more efficient and effective. And once you get going, tell me how it's going. We read and respond to every comment here. Alright, Michele Lennon, your favorite online dog trainer, signing off. Till next time.